There is a lot of fun in reviewing a $1,200 lens. Everything from the build to the optics is just excellent, as it should be when exploring that price range. As you start going down the list, you'll find a lot of good options at maybe $800, $500 and even at $300. If we continue down the list, we usually find pretty good budget options at around $150. But if we go even further down, under $100, there's usually not much interesting. And to be honest, there's usually not much to choose from at all. Throughout this review, I want you to keep a price in mind, and that price is $68. This is the Pergear 25mm f1.8 lens. Before we begin, I want to put in a disclaimer. Pergear sent me this lens to review. With that being said, the thoughts and opinions in this video are my own and are in no way influenced by anyone else. Being quite the connoisseur of lenses, I usually know what to expect from a certain price, but in many ways the build quality and handling of the Pergear 25mm makes that knowledge a bit obsolete. The build quality with its all-metal construction feels just about right, if it would have been a $150 to $200 lens, that is. Considering the cost of this lens, I'd say that the build quality is excellent. It weighs in at 195 grams, and considering its small size, it feels very robust. There are of course tells that give away the cheap construction, like the markings not being on par with more expensive lenses and the bare metal barrel, but that's just me nitpicking. The focus ring sits at the very front of the lens, and despite being quite small, I had no trouble focusing with my, I would say, above average sized hands. Having used quite a few manual lenses by now, I've come to know my preference in focus ring throw and resistance. With a focus throw of about 100 degrees, I would have liked a tiny bit more resistance to the focus ring in order to ease those small and precise adjustments. The declicked aperture ring, on the other hand, is perfectly balanced between easy to use and having no trouble with accidental changes. Overall, I'm pleased with the build quality and handling. When we shift focus to the image quality, I want to begin with a TLDR version. If you like vintage lenses, chances are high you will like this one as well. Already at f1.8, sharpness is quite high in the center of the image, but drops a bit in the corners. Stopping down will result in an overall sharper image, but the main improvements will be in the corners. There's a slight vignette when used wide open, and stopping down will improve that as well. Without doing any scientific tests, I'd say that the barrel distortion and chromatic aberration are well controlled, which is quite rare to see at this price range. Looking at the out of focus area rendering, I have no complaints at all. In fact, it looks quite pleasing. And thanks to the 12-bladed aperture, the rendering still managed to impress when stopping down. Something not quite that impressive is the flaring and ghosting when shooting wide open. Luckily, stopping down to f2.8 will reduce it, but I do wish that Pergear would have worked a bit more on the coding. So, what's my final verdict? The market for affordable Chinese manual lenses have become huge compared to only a few years ago. And while I shouldn't be surprised about low prices anymore, I can't help to be amazed what you can get for under $70 today. Whether you're considering this lens as a first-time manual experiment or as a daily use everyday carry, I can highly recommend taking a closer look at it. Despite a few shortcomings, it's hard to argue that this lens is anything other than a real bang for your buck. That's it, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to support my channel and also get a notification next time I upload. If you have any questions or feedback, please write me a comment below.